Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Deep Dive.
Uh-huh.
Today we're going to be diving into something pretty unique.
Yeah.
It's this fascinating intersection between music and fragrance.
Hmm.
And it all starts with this Norwegian artist, Jenny Hval,
Oh, yeah, I've heard of her.
and her new album that's coming out on May 2nd.
Okay.
It's called Iris Silver Mist.
Iris Silver Mist. Okay.
And what makes this album so interesting is that it's actually named after a perfume
Really?
by Serge Lutens,
Mm.
also called Iris Silver Mist.
That's really interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
what is she trying to do here? Is she...
Yeah, so that's what we're going to try to figure out in this deep dive.
Okay.
So the perfume itself, Iris Silver Mist,
Mm-hmm.
is described as smelling more like steel than silver.
Okay.
Cold and prickly, soft and shimmering.
Wow. That's a lot of
Yeah,
contrasting elements.
it really is, and I'm curious to see how that translates into the music.
Well, and that's what's so cool about music, right? Like, you can have one single note that can be beautiful, but also kind of haunting, depending on the context.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what's even more interesting?
What?
The source that we're looking at points out that both perfume and music
Okay.
travel through air, simultaneously invisible and distinct.
Whoa.
Like they both create
Yeah,
these...
so I thought about it that way.
I know it's like
I
they're
did.
totally intangible, but we perceive them
Right.
so strongly.
That's true.
And it makes you think about how, like, a particular scent can instantly bring back a very specific memory.
Totally.
Music can do that too.
Yeah, for sure. And actually, the article that we were reading about this,
Okay.
it says that the absence of live music during the pandemic
Yeah.
really sparked Harl's interest in perfumes.
That's really interesting.
Like she was looking for other ways to kind of express herself artistically when
Yeah.
her normal way was taken away.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of connecting with audiences, let's talk about the lead single from this album.
Okay.
It's called To Be a Rose. And the source that we have says that it's
Yeah.
subtly yet relentlessly shape-shifting.
Oh.
And it treats its pop format and titular metaphor with Eric Hval's signature playfulness.
So she's known for being experimental, but
Mhm.
this sounds like it's going to be a pop album.
It seems like
Uh-huh.
it, but, knowing her, she's going to put her own
Yeah.
twist on it.
I'm excited to hear that.
Me too. And this is where it gets even cooler.
Okay.
Eric Hval herself says about this song, each chorus sounds slightly different, like we are experiencing the melody from different seasons, decades, or even different bodies.
Wow, hold on. I have to think about that for a second.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
It's like,
It's like how a perfume smells different on different people at different times,
God.
depending on their body chemistry and even the weather.
Yeah.
It's like she's making a sonic
Right.
version of that.
yeah, it's really interesting. And the music video for To Be a Rose,
Okay.
it adds another layer to this whole thing.
Yes.
So it's made entirely of footage from Hval's tours between 2015 and 2024.
Oh, wow. So it's like this kind
Mhm.
of time travel thing.
Exactly. And the video editor, Jenny Hval, says that it's about this
Mhm.
ritual of seeing and being seen,
Wow.
which I thought was a really cool way to
I
describe
like that.
the relationship between the performer and the audience.
Yeah, for sure.
It's all kind of coming together now.
Yeah, so we've got this visual connection and this
Mhm.
olfactory connection.
It seems like she's really crafting this multi-sensory experience.
I'm into it.
Me too.
Mhm.
Okay, so before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's take a look at the track list for Iris Silver Mist.
Okay.
Some of these titles are really interesting.
Like what?
Okay, we've got Heiner Muller,
Interesting.
Spirit Mist,
Okay.
and even Huffing My Arm.
Oh my gosh, she's so weird.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You can already tell that this is going to be a very
Yeah.
unique album.
For sure.
But before we go any further, we wanted to remind you to like and subscribe to The Deep Dive
Yes, please do that.
for more fascinating explorations like this one.
We'd really appreciate it.
Okay, so back to the album.
Yes.
I'm really interested in how this perfume, Iris Silver Mist,
Mm.
is actually reflected in the music itself.
Yeah, what kind of sound is she going for, you know?
Right. Is there a specific sound that captures the essence of this scent?
That's a great question.
Like, is she trying to create this synesthetic experience for the listener,
Oh, wow.
where the music evokes not just auditory sensations, but also olfactory ones?
You think she could actually do that? Capture a scent through sound?
I don't know, but it's a fascinating question.
That is.
I mean, maybe she's using specific instruments or sounds,
Right.
or even like the structure of the music itself
Yeah,
to evoke certain smells.
that would be really cool.
Yeah, and this quote from the source really gets at that.
Okay, what does it say?
A perfume, with its heart notes and scented accords, shares its language with music. Both travel through air, simultaneously invisible and distinct.
Wow, that's beautiful. It really sums up what we've been talking about.
Yeah, I'm so eager to hear how she actually brings all this to life
Same.
when the album comes out on May 2nd.
Me too.
But for now,
Yeah.
that's going to have to do it for part 1 of our deep dive.
Okay.
We'll be back soon with part 2, where we'll actually analyze some of the songs
Sounds good.
and go even deeper into this connection between scent and sound.
Can't wait. Welcome back to the deep dive. We're continuing our exploration into Jenny Hval's Iris Silver Mist and that intriguing connection between scent and sound.
Right before the break, we were talking about Hval creating this like almost synesthetic experience for the listener,
Yeah.
using music to evoke actual olfactory sensations.
Mm-hmm.
But like, do you think that music can truly capture the essence of a scent?
I mean, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Scent and sound, they're totally different sensory experiences, right?
Yeah.
They're processed by completely different parts of the brain,
Okay.
and they trigger different responses in us.
So are you saying it's more about like creating an association or a feeling
Yeah, exactly.
rather than a literal translation?
Exactly. It's like, think about a specific chord progression in a song.
Yeah.
It can evoke like a feeling of melancholy or longing or,
Right.
but like a floral scent.
Yeah.
It might trigger feelings of like joy or nostalgia.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like Hval is using music to kind of create this
Yeah,
emotional landscape that mirrors the emotional landscape of the perfume.
exactly. It's
Yeah.
playing with our perceptions and kind of inviting us to make these connections.
Right. So we might not literally smell the iris or the metallic notes,
Right.
but the music might give us that same feeling.
Yeah, exactly. And it becomes kind of this collaborative thing between
Yeah.
the artist and the listener.
I like that.
We're actively participating in making meaning and experience.
That reminds me of what you were saying earlier about how
Uh-huh.
perfume smells different on different people
Yeah,
and how Hval seems to be mirroring that with the music.
exactly. So like with To Be a Rose, remember?
Yeah.
She said that each chorus sounds different. Yeah.
Like we're experiencing the melody from different seasons, decades, or even different bodies.
Yeah.
That's her way of showing how scent kind of evolves over time
Right.
and how it's different with everyone's unique body chemistry.
Okay, so how does she actually do that musically?
Well, she might be using something called microtonality.
What is that?
It means she's playing notes that are outside of the traditional Western scales.
Oh, interesting.
So it creates a feeling of shifting and instability.
Kind of like how a perfume changes as it dries down.
Exactly.
Wow. Oh,
Pretty cool, right?
yeah, that is really cool. I could also imagine her using like
Yeah.
unusual timbres or textures
Yeah.
to represent different scent profiles.
Right. Like maybe a sharp metallic sound for the steel note,
Right.
and then something softer and more ethereal for the floral aspect.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
What about spatial audio?
Oh, yeah, for sure. She could totally be using panning and other effects
Uh-huh.
to give you that sense of movement and diffusion,
Yeah.
like how scent travels through the air. Oh, wow. Okay, you've really opened my mind to like all the
Yeah.
possibilities here.
I know. It's really cool to think about how much thought she's putting into this.
Yeah, it's not just a gimmick.
No.
It's really like,
It's art.
yeah, a deep exploration of these two art forms.
Mm-hmm.
It's making me want to pay more attention to my own senses.
That's a good takeaway.
Yeah, maybe I'll try to figure out like the sound of my favorite perfume
Oh,
or
yeah.
the scent of a song.
I love that idea.
But okay, before we get too lost in our own little sensory experiments,
Yeah.
let's bring it back to the music video for To Be a Rose.
Okay.
Remember we talked about the whole time travel thing
Uh-huh.
and that idea of seeing and being seen?
Yeah.
But how do you think the visuals connect to the whole olfactory theme?
Well, I think it's really cool that she's using footage from her old tours.
Right.
It's like this visual tapestry of memories and experiences,
Right.
just like how a scent can bring back all those emotions.
Yeah, I'm picturing like a montage of faces,
Yeah.
stages, costumes, maybe even like glimpses of the audience.
Right. It's like a visual representation of how scent lingers.
And evolves.
Exactly. And by using footage from like a whole decade,
Right.
she's emphasizing how powerful scent and memory can be.
They both go beyond time.
Yes.
So this whole concept of sensory time travel,
Yeah,
it's so cool.
it is.
It makes me think that Hval is like intentionally blurring the lines
Yeah,
between past, present, and future.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
It makes me think about how scent isn't really linear.
Right.
One smell can take you right back to a specific moment.
Yeah, like those Proustian moments.
Exactly.
Where just one small thing can unlock all these memories.
Yeah, it's powerful.
And maybe that's what she's trying to do with this album,
Yeah,
to create those moments for the listener,
I think so.
where music and scent intertwine.
To make this like really personal and evocative experience.
Yeah, and don't forget the title of the album itself, Iris Silver Mist.
Right.
I'm starting to think that the mist part is really important. Yeah, how so? Well, like how both scent and sound diffuse and disperse.
Yeah.
They create these atmospheres that you can't really see, but you can feel them.
Oh, yeah. It's like they both have this ability to create a mood, a feeling,
Right.
like a whole ambiance.
That goes beyond just the notes or the molecules.
Yeah, I love that. And what about the word silver in the title?
Mm.
It makes me think of shimmer and reflection.
In mystery.
Yeah.
And remember how the perfume smells more like steel than silver?
Oh, yeah.
That metallic element seems key.
Totally. Like she's going for something edgy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not the typical sweet floral scent.
Right.
So do you think we'll hear those metallic qualities in the music itself?
Yeah. Maybe with some metallic percussion instruments
Right.
or electronic sounds with a sharp edge.
Okay. Before we move on to the specific tracks,
Yeah.
we wanted to take a second to encourage you listeners
Yep.
to share your thoughts with us.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had a scent that's triggered a specific memory?
Or a song that's made you think of a smell.
Tell us all about it in the comments below.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to The Deep Dive
Yeah, please do that.
for more explorations just like this one.
Okay, so let's get back to Iris Silver Mist.
Yes.
We've talked about the overall concept,
Mhm.
all the potential sounds and visuals.
Yeah.
But now let's look at those individual tracks.
Okay.
What stood out to you from the track list?
Well, besides To Be a Rose,
Yeah.
Heiner Miller definitely caught my eye.
Oh, yeah.
He was a German playwright known for his really experimental work.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious how she's going to incorporate him into a song.
It seems like she might be going for some darker themes.
Yeah, potentially. And maybe she's using his work to explore the political side of scent.
Kind of like how we use theater.
Exactly.
Interesting. And then there's Spirit Mist.
Which connects right back to the album title.
Right.
I wonder if that track will be a more literal interpretation of the perfume.
Maybe with sounds that evoke specific notes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, and then there's Huffing My Arm.
Oh, yeah. That title is wild.
I know, right?
It makes me think about actually smelling perfume.
Right.
Maybe it's a commentary on how obsessed we are with fragrance.
Or like a more personal look at
Yeah.
what it feels like to put on perfume.
I'm excited to hear that one.
Me too. I'm already picturing how all these tracks are going to fit together.
Yeah, it's like she's creating a sonic puzzle.
And each song is a piece.
And we have to put it all together.
But it's going to be a fun puzzle.
Yeah. For sure.
I can't wait to hear how it all unfolds and see what her full vision is.
Me neither.
But for now, we have to leave you hanging.
Yeah, sorry.
We'll be back with part 3 of our deep dive
Where we'll break down some of the actual songs.
and go even deeper into the world of Iris Silver Mist. And welcome back to the deep dive. We're wrapping up our exploration of Jenny Hval's Iris Silver Mist.
It's been quite the journey. All those sonic landscapes. And
I know, and all that perfume theory.
yeah, who knew there was so much to say about perfume?
Right. But I think it's been really cool to see how each Hval is connecting scent and sound.
Definitely. It's made me think about things in a whole new way.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
what can our listeners take away from all of this?
I think the biggest takeaway is to just be more aware of your senses.
Yeah,
We kind of go through life not really paying attention to what we're seeing, smelling, hearing.
it's true.
But Hval's work is like a wake-up call
Yeah,
to really slow down and tune into those experiences.
and appreciate them.
Exactly. The world is full of these amazing sensory experiences.
Yeah, and we just have to be open to them.
Think about it. Have you ever noticed how a certain smell can bring back a memory?
Oh, yeah, totally. Like the smell of fresh-baked bread.
Yes.
It always reminds me of my grandma's
No,
house.
that's sweet. Or like the smell of pine needle.
Takes me right back to summer camp.
It's powerful stuff.
And music can do that, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like a certain song can unlock a flood of memories.
Like that song that was playing when you first met your partner.
Oh.
Or that song you listen to on repeat after a breakup.
Oof. Yeah, I've been there.
No, we all have. Those are powerful experiences.
And that's what Hval is exploring with Iris Silver Mist.
yeah, that connection between our senses and our memories.
So it's like she's encouraging us to create our own soundtracks
Yeah.
for those scent-triggered memories.
I love that idea.
Or to find the olfactory equivalents.
Like, what would your favorite song smell like?
Exactly.
It's all about using your imagination.
And blurring the lines between those senses.
It might sound weird at first,
Yeah.
but it's actually really fun to try.
So yeah, we encourage you to experiment.
And next time you smell something familiar,
Pay attention to what it makes you feel.
does it remind you of a melody, a certain rhythm.
or specific mood.
And when you're listening to music,
Try to imagine what it would smell like.
yeah, get creative with it.
Who knows? Maybe you'll even be inspired to create something new,
A painting that smells like your favorite song.
or a song that captures the scent of the ocean.
The possibilities are endless.
We'd love to hear about your experiences, so share them in the comments below.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of iris silver mist,
Please like and subscribe to The Deep Dive for more explorations just like this one.
we're always searching for those hidden connections that make life so interesting.
Thanks for joining us on this sonic and olfactory adventure.
Until next time, keep exploring and keep those senses open.